Susan. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Good morning, Robert. How are you? Mark, can you bring my coffee? I left it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm coming on a little later than usual. I understand. But I want to give you a few words of encouragement for the day. Good morning, Susan. Give you a few words of encouragement from the Chronicles of Cree. It is Thursday. It's fast paced over here, y'all. This morning, I'm like just running around, but that's okay. We made it to Thursday. And so I'm just excited to be able to share a few words. Good morning, Miss Barbara. Good morning, good morning. And I won't be before you long. I promise. But I wanted to just kind of touch bases with you a little bit. I know for Reset Monday this week, I told you that my focus was going to be on practicing the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity. And so that's the focus for this week. And so I'm challenging myself, and I challenged you too, to focus on the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity, because again, we're all trying to go somewhere. We're all trying to do more and have more and be better. All this good mushy stuff you hear all the time. We're trying to do that. And so we do have to have some laws that guide us. And so that's the challenge for the week. And so this thing called abundance, which is what people seek. We see people with it, and sometimes we're like, well, how did they get there? What did they do? What are they working on right now? What do they do with their 24 hours? Because we get the same amount of hours in the day. So sometimes we wonder what they're doing, but it's really rather simple. It's just practicing the spiritual laws of prosperity, and it's all biblical. And so a lot of times, people want to kind of put that aside because they don't want to tap into the spiritual part of the biblical part. But just like you saw in the news today, you got 17 children killed at a school shooting, and people are documenting what's taking place. And you hear people talking about praying, and people talking about we were so scared and we were just praying, and why would God, and you're asking all these questions. It always goes back to that. And so as far as your life is concerned, just go ahead and get a real strong foundation right there, and it sets the tone for everything else. And so in practicing the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity, I am looking for there to be a difference in my life. And as I was reading her book, I saw that there was a difference in her life too. And so if it applies to her, it applies to us. But I also want to challenge you as far as is just being a better you, is to take that focus and that stand this week. And it's difficult because you have all these things coming at you at once, and you're having to attend to the needs of everybody else. Good morning, Brenda. You're having to attend to the needs of all these other people, but you can't forget yourself. And so that's my focus for this week. And I wanted to encourage you to do the same and see if you get some different results. And not only that, share it with me, because I want to hear it. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear how things have been since you decided to take this challenge or to take this stance. One of the things that I know I see a lot of people doing is they're taking, they call them sabbaticals, I think, because that word sounds good and it reminds you of the Sabbath and the day to take a rest and yada, 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 yada. It sounds good. But some people are taking, good morning, Joshua, are taking a back seat, to social media, taking a back seat to all these things that compete for our time during the day so they can get things accomplished. And that's the goal, is to get things accomplished. And so I want you to, if you haven't had a chance, Google the book, Google the title if you haven't purchased it, if you're interested in reading it. But it's the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity, and see if that is something that agrees with your spirit, if you will, if it's something that you can what's the word I want to use right there? If it's something that you can, if it's applicable, if it's something that you can apply directly to your life, because I believe that it is. And so as I was reading, I was like, yeah, man, I really want to share that. I want to share it. For those of you that didn't hear, like at the beginning when I was talking about it, she was talking about the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity. And the first one was, you must tithe 10% of everything you receive. The second one was to have clear-cut, tangible goals. The third one was you must forgive everybody all the time, especially yourself. Good morning, Rosa. And then you must seek, discover, and follow your divine purpose. And so while we're doing all of this, it's going to be some challenges. However, it's doable. We can get it done. And so I'm just going to take each one, and I'm going to kind of work through it so that I can see some progress in my life. It's February the 15th. And remember the fire and the energy people had at the end of December 2017 coming into January 2018. People had all these desires and goals and ambitions and resolutions to do all these great things. Well, here it is now, February the 15th. How's it coming? How's it coming? Nikki says, good morning. Sounds interesting. I will look this up. Can you tell me who the author is again? Her name is Edwene, Edwene, Edwene Gaines. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but it's Edwene, Edwene Gaines. And so she, let me see if I can type it in the comments over here. She's the author of this book, Edwene Gaines. I just added it so that way you can see her name. But good morning, Ricky. I really believe that what we're having to do now, because we're fighting against so many things, and just like the word tells us, it's not physical. We're fighting against principalities in high places. So those are things that we can't see. We can't physically see it, but we're fighting against it. And the only way to fight an enemy that you can't see is that you have this supernatural power. So you can't go out and fight what you can't see. And so when we know that we're fighting against enemies and principalities that we can't see, we need something spiritual. We need some spiritual weapons. And it's warfare. It truly is warfare. You're welcome, Nikki. It's warfare. And so I think that once there we go. I didn't hit the enter. So now you can see. Oh, it put Antonia's name. Okay, so Antonia is one of my friends. Take out Antonia because that's not what that was supposed to be. But take out the Antonia part and it's Edwene Gaines. But what I was saying was, as we journey through this thing called life, we get caught up sometimes in what everybody else is doing and we want to compare ourselves to them. And we forget about how, you were doing a pretty good job when you were working on yourself. You were doing a pretty good job when you were like in your own lane. But once you take your eyes off of what you're doing, hey, good morning, Jerry. When you take your eyes off of, what it is that you're doing and you're focusing on what other people are doing, it throws you off. It throws you off. And so we have to have tunnel vision when it comes to improving ourselves and seeking higher. And abundance and prosperity is what people aim for. It is. In some shape, form, or fashion, that's what they're aiming for. They might not physically say it. They might not explicitly say it. It might be, implied because you see them hustling. That's it. Jerry, I know you hustling. Robin, I know you hustling. Good morning, Raquel. I know that people are hustling. And that's because they want greater. They want more. They want better for themselves, better for their lives. And so the only way to do that is to find out, what's stopping me? What are the distractions? What's the enemy? What is it? And it all goes back to the book of 66. So we've got to remember that I think the scripture says the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. They're not carnal. That's the scripture. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they're mighty through God through the pulling down of strongholds is what the scripture says. And so you've got to know where, you got to study too. So you got to study so that you'll know what scriptures you can pull on when you need the help. So people have all these questions about tithing and what you need to do. I'm not here to tell you what you need to do. You know what the word says. So you decide on whether you want to do that or not. And but I will tell you this. I do know that that's a book that you can't just take the pieces that you feel like work for you and leave the other, because it all applies. And so it's our guide. It's the light on the path to wherever we're trying to go. That's the light. It's the guide. And so a lot of times people want to pick and choose, like pick a part for your car. Well, this is not a pick apart book. You don't get to just go pick the part you want, because it all is good for the soul. So it's not pick apart. But I just want to encourage you this week to just really focus on what it is you're doing for yourself and how you can improve. Robert says you got to be hungry for it. Being without should make you hungry. Being without should make you hungry. Being without scares me. Being in scarcity scares me. It drives me. It makes me work, and I work hard. Tunnel vision. I don't have a lot of downtime. People invite me, Cree, can you go here? Cree, can you do this? Cree, can you do that? No, I don't have time because I'm busy. And it's a good busy. It's not just busy getting things done. It's busy, getting things done, making them happen that contribute to my goals. So yeah, you got to be hungry for it. And if we're not hungry for it, then we lose sight of what's going on because we don't achieve goals. And you're like, well, why haven't I done that yet? Why haven't I achieved that? When I was writing for people, Mark, I'm sorry, I need my coffee. And like it's on me bad. So I need to bring in some help. Can you bring my coffee? Yeah, I forgot it. So I want to be able to continue this conversation. So I need my help. But as we journey to be greater and have more, we have to know like where to go for help. We have to know who we can count on. We have to know that this hunger that we feel, once we satisfy that hunger, it's like the mission has been accomplished. Have you ever been traveling and you're traveling on a road and it's like 10 miles, 15 miles before you even see a billboard that has like the little icons from McDonald's, Waffle House, IHOP, Burger King, KFC, and you're so hungry. You feel like you're not going to make it. And it's like every mile seems like it's just getting longer and longer and longer. That anxiety that you feel, that nervousness that you feel, that uneasiness that you feel, and you feel yourself getting cranky. Every song sounds like the same song on the radio. You have all this stuff going on at the same time. But the problem is you're hungry. That's the problem. The problem is you're hungry. Your favorite song on the radio might help you through, but it's not going to cure the hunger. The kids in the back learning all their spelling words on the way so that they'll be ready for the test coming up. That's a good thing, but that's not going to satisfy the hunger. It's only until you get to the exit, to the right place, that's going to cure the hunger. So if you get me to that exit and you bring me to Jack in the Box, I'm going to still be disappointed because I don't eat Jack in the Box. You get me there and it's McDonald's, I don't eat McDonald's. I'm dissatisfied. The only thing that's going to satisfy me is if I'm on my way to Mississippi and I'm getting some crawfish. Now I'm satisfied. The need has been met. Thank you. And so we have to remember that we can't pour from an empty cup. How are we going to fill somebody else up if we're empty and hungry? We do have to be hungry for what we want, but and that's a whole new topic for a new day. We've got to be hungry for the things that we want and have tunnel vision so that we can get it. But at the same time, we have to know where to go to be fed. When she talks about, paying your tithes, you're supposed to pay 10% of everything that comes in your house. Now, you can twist it and turn it any way you want and decide that, I'm only going to pay the net. I'm going to pay off the... Do whatever you decide to do, whatever feels good to you. But we're supposed to pay 10% because it was mandated. That's what we're supposed to do. But people get out of doing it because it just seems like it's so much. It seems like it's a lot and we don't want to do it. Joshua says, self-awareness brings success. Yes, it does. We have to have an awareness of self. You have to have an awareness of self. And that's why it's important to read. I love books and we go to the bookstore all the time. We're buying books and we're reading books so that we can know more and have more. Hi, Al. So it's like, how are you gonna learn if you're not spending that time with yourself and becoming more and becoming greater by reading? But you have to have a knowledge of self. You have to have a knowledge of self. It's okay to get off track. Just don't stay off track. Okay? So as we're moving through this thing called life, we gotta Robert says attitude gets bad and you make mistakes when you doggone right. Feed yourself. That's it. We have to feed ourselves and become aware of who we are so that we're in a position to help others. We have to know, like February, everybody's talking about Black History Month. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to learn this. You need to learn that. Okay, well, let's get ahead. Let's get ahead. Let's get our own businesses and have our own economy. Let's do this. Let's start bartering. Let's stop spending so much. Let's, the list could go on and on and on. But you got to be able to feed yourself and have a knowledge of self so that we can effectively help other people. Joshua says self-knowledge and you'll be fed. That's right. That's right. That's right. Good morning, Antonia. That's right. So I encourage you, this week to just really take a hard look at yourself and take a look at, what can you do to be better? This little time that I spend in the mornings, I'm trying to cut that time down. It's so much that I want to do. When I used to write for other people, I was writing and the business was booming. I had to go get my friend to help me and she was writing. We were both just writing. And then I thought, wow, all of those people that I'm writing for are getting their goals and dreams accomplished. But where's my book? Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? It's because I was so busy tending to the needs of everybody else. Good morning, Mr. Allen. Good morning, Margaret. Good morning, Sunshine. Miss Beachy Sunshine. Yes, always at the beach. But we have to remember that in order for us to fill someone else up, we must be full first, because you just can't pour from an empty cup. So all while I'm good. Oh, thank you. All while I was, working for other people and writing, my stuff was going, unwritten. Until I decided, I won't be writing anymore. I'm sorry. Oh, but Cree, I can't do it right now. I have to work on my own stuff. How dare me be selfish, right? Well, guess what? That's what that is right now. And so that's how I'm going to get things accomplished. Good morning, amigo. Buenos dias. Buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias. Getting my walk on. Physical is important. It sure is. And let me tell you something. I'm looking like right around this little midsection right here. And it's saying, hey, girl, what you doing? And I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. So I got to get back out there and get physical too, because that's another part of, taking care of ourselves and taking care of the one body that God gave us. And so, I was listening to Les Brown, and he was, good morning, Marion. And he was talking about how we have this one life to live, and it's just a gift that God gave us. But the life that we live is the gift that we give back to him. So if we have this one life that we're living, and it's a gift that we're going to give back to God, how are we going to give it back to him? Are we going to give it back to him unlived, unfulfilled, an unsuccessful life, an undriven life? How are we going to give it back to him? Are we going to leave earth and nobody ever knows that we were here? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Antonia says, I'm so excited that I chose to feed myself by supporting my home-based business and working out, baby. Home-based business and working out, and that is the key. I cannot wait. Good morning, Jamichael, to get back to that point. Because let me tell you something. When I do what I do during the day and then come home, I can't have a whole bunch of excuses as to why I can't work on my own stuff or it won't get done. So I've got to pull from within, go to bed on time so I can get up and get it done, because you've got to be able to work out and be, in shape, so that, thanks for sharing the video, so that you can help other people. And selfishness is not a sin. We have to have like this, how you have like a healthy fear of God, knowing that if he said you're supposed to do this, that's what you're supposed to do, and if not, it's a sin, it's this, and he says no sin is going to go unpunished. Just like we have a healthy fear that we have to have that healthy fear of, but what if I don't, take care of myself? What if I don't fulfill my own dreams? Then you die unfulfilled, or you left, looking around and looking at everybody else do what they do. So I don't know how these videos are helping you. I don't know. I've been doing it for over a year now. I don't know how they're helping you, but it helps me to start my day out with some prayer and meditation and listen to something positive so that I can feed myself, so I can go out, do what I need to do, and help somebody else. That's why I started doing it. And I also started doing it just, number one, to help me. And so I needed to encourage myself at a real low time in my life. And that's how the videos will form. And so I hope that somebody else has, their life has been impacted by, some of the words that I've said. And no, I'm not a genius. I'm not professing to be anybody other than Cree. And giving you some encouraging words from the Chronicles of Cree. Take the pieces that you need. Take the pieces that you can use and discard the rest of it. That's my suggestion to you. Joshua says, self-preservation is first law of nature. Yes, it is. And Robert says you got to take care of the physical and take care of the mental. You're right. And that's how we miss a lot. Hey, TK Perryman, look at you online. We do. We have to be able to take care of ourselves. And so it starts with being in shape. It really does. And that's very important, because we have to have mental clarity, because clarity in the vision accelerates the goals. Clarity in the vision accelerates the goals. You've got to be clear in what it is that you want to do so that you can reach these goals. So I'm not sure of how, your week is going. I really hope that it's well for you. I hope that you're taking some time to really look at what it is that you're doing and how you can be better. You owe it to yourself. And Tony says they help us create encouragement, confirmation. We're on the right track. Well, that's good. I love to hear that. I love to hear the feedback. And again, I don't profess to be anybody other than Cree, and I just came up with the Chronicles of Cree, so that's just what it is. But I hope that it's helped you on your journey. I appreciate everybody that shares the videos, and I'm not really sure yet of how I'm going to say thank you to the faithful people that are always watching. I don't know if maybe we should have a barbecue or something. You know, we got to have food, right? And so I'm working on something like that because I greatly appreciate the time we spend together in the mornings. It does get my day off to a great start. And so I wish you well on this weekend. I really hope and pray that you're able to get a lot done. I hope that you take the time to really do some hard self-reflecting. And yeah, it's February 15th and you've been, on this journey for some days now. But I hope that you don't lose the fire that you had January the 1st. Don't lose the fire. Like, keep it moving. It's so many things that come to distract you. Me too. Like, I'm not different from anybody else. And I'm probably even worse because of OCD and want to just move like this sometimes. So things can come and distract me and get me off track. But then I have to go, okay, Cree, you way over there and you need to be right here. And so I have to know when to get back on track, Joshua, which is why it's important to have, knowledge of self and be aware of what's going on so that you don't miss out and you don't stay in left field too long, okay? Well, in left field too long. But I wish you well on today. Renita's always commenting on your video. Yes, always commenting on the videos, and I appreciate that because guess what? It's engaging and it's encouraging to me. And sometimes, y'all, the videos can kind of help me through some long days. So I really appreciate it. OCD. Yeah, girl, it's like, what is this? Little grains of salt look like footballs on the countertops. You need all the stuff organized in the pantry. All the salt goes together. All the seasoned salt goes together. All the garlic powder goes together. Please don't mix those up. I know. So it takes a special kind of person to deal with that, right? I get it. But anyway, I wish y'all well on today. Take some time to really, really tap into yourself this week. Robert, what are you saying? Shields. Oh, shields up, get yours. I got you. Yes, that's what that is. Robert, when are you gonna have another movie? Like, when? I don't even know what you're doing until it's after the fact. Let us know so we can come celebrate. But on another note, March the 24th, we're going to go feed the homeless. Miss Margaret, I want to publicly thank you. Miss Margaret and I have not met, y'all, face to face. We met online and we have connected. And that is my sister, just like you, Antonia. And it's like we've made this connection. And so she sent a donation all the way from Florida to help feed the homeless on March the 24th. And I was so grateful. So I'm excited. So on March the 24th, we're going to go out and feed the homeless. Things that we need, of course, are cases of water. We need hand sanitizer. We need paper towels, baby wipes, brown paper bags. Those are some of the things that we need. Haven't gotten the menu together just yet, but it will be real food. So, of course, it'll be a meat and 2 vegetables. And so if you can contribute, if you can come out, we're looking for, gently used clothing. I'm accepting all of that from now until March the 24th. Eduardo and I can bring salsa to the barbecue. Yes, yo quiero comida que está muy rica, okay? So bring it. That's going to be on March the 24th. So if you can assist in any way, I greatly appreciate it. Okay, keep it posted and I'll be happy to help. Thank you so much. But if y'all know of anybody too who has children that need to be tutored, don't play like you don't, and don't make me talk real bad about us. But if you have children that are not reading on level, I need you to reach out to me. They're everywhere. Bueno, Antonia, that's good. Get in my Spanish class, girl, and you're going to be able to make whole sentences. But if we have children that are not reading on level, the reading room it's ready. And so thanks to Marion Jacobs Burks, I've been able to establish, I have a huge classroom, and then I have another room. I have all the materials that I need. So if you have children that are not reading on level, let me know. Paper bag sizes, Marty. I mean, no importa. It doesn't really matter because we can put stuff in them. But just those little sandwich bags would be great. Sandwich bags. I have not reached out to Austin Street yet. How many? Maybe 100. I don't know. You don't have to donate all 100, but chips, things like that. Just snacks and bags that we can pack for them to give to them. And so we'll talk a little bit more about it. But we have to help our children. And so right now I'm doing a push for kids who are reading below level. Y'all know who they are. So let me know. I still have more books if you need them. Girl, yeah, I always need books because I give them to children too. I give them to kids. Sometimes they bring them back, sometimes they don't, but it's okay. It's a book. So I always have time for books. I always have time. Sandwich bags, yes, always sandwich bags. Mr. Allen was saying he suggested doing sandwiches, and yes, we'll be doing sandwiches too. And so we'll need those sandwich bags. But that's it, I think, for today that I wanted to share with you. I talked about the tutoring for children who are reading below level. We all know them. We all see them in Sunday school. And we're going to see them Easter reciting speeches. So if they need assistance with reading, they need to tell those parents to get in touch with me. But that's it. I want to see everybody at the top because the bottom is too crowded. That's where 97% of the people are. They're satisfied with being, mediocre. We didn't wake up to be mediocre. We don't go and do all these things that we do all day long to be mediocre. We are better than that. And we're going to where the 3% of people are. That's where we belong. It's too crowded down here. So let's do everything we can so that we can move to the top and bring as many people with us. But it's only the people who truly want to go. We're not bringing any dead weight, okay? Marion says, I have books for beginning readers all the way, chapter books, evangelism. Girl, yeah. Marion, you're like my hero. Like you just swooped in and saved that for me. And so all you need to do is give me, I do have my Spanish class tonight, so I can't come today. But let me know when I can come and pick them up. I'll empty out my trunk and I'll come and pick those up. So I wish everybody well on today. If you have any questions about anything I've said, I know I'm talking fast, but hit me up. Just send me a message in my inbox and I'll get it. But I wish you well on today. Get out and do something great. It is still Random Acts of Kindness week. We have a couple of more days. So get out and do a random act of kindness. I will be teaching in Poland this summer. Yes, you will. Do you need books? Do you need books? What do you need? We need to talk, okay? So anyway, everybody, Joshua, man, I love you too, my brother. I love you, and I thank God for you. I thank God for everybody that sits on here. I don't take it for granted, so I appreciate everything. But I want you all to get out and make it a fantastic Thursday. And don't forget, okay, the end is leave us. Está bien. Don't forget, random acts of kindness. Get out and do something for somebody today. Just a random act of kindness, all right? I see everybody at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Make it a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye.